Right, let's bring you some breaking news. A barge has docked in Portland in Dorset today. We know that it's going to house asylum seekers, but we're just hearing at Sky News that two giant cruise ships that were set to house 1,000 migrants haven't found anywhere to dock in the UK. So they've had to be returned to the company that owns them. Joining me now, our political correspondent Ali Fortescue, who can tell us more. Ali, this is a rather bizarre situation. Tell us more.
Yeah, it is. So there were two cruise ships that were being used, 500 people each. They were due to accommodate asylum seekers, part of the government's big plan, as the Prime Minister put it, at the start of June to ease pressure on communities. At the start of June, Rishi Sunak himself said that as well as the Bibi Stockholm, this big vessel that we've been talking about today that has finally a month late made it to Dorset, there would be two more boats. These would be kind of cruise ships, so slightly different kinds of boats, and they would have, as I say, 1,000 people between them. What has happened since then is that we understand that in Liverpool and in Edinburgh they tried to dock, or one of them tried to dock, and they were refused entry. They weren't allowed to dock. The Peel Port, for example, near Liverpool, decided to decline their docking there. So because of that, they didn't have anywhere to dock. And now I've been told by a senior source that they have been returned to the company that owns them. We do not know how much or whether this cost the government money, but clearly this is something that the Prime Minister stood up and said was a big part of his plan to stop the boats, and obviously it hasn't gone well, it hasn't happened, and now they've been returned to the company or companies that own them. So it is, I think, not good news for the government. We do have a statement in response to questions about this from the Home Office. They said they don't comment on commercial matters, but they did say they've been looking at a range of accommodation options which offer better value for the British taxpayer than expensive hotels. They go on to say that is why we're using alternative accommodation options such as barges, which are more manageable for communities as our European neighbours are doing. Well, today, two big boats that were meant to be part of that alternative accommodation appear to have been returned to the owners, not going to plan, and will not, as we understand it, be housing asylum seekers anytime soon.